Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Prison Break. This is the 8th episode of the 4th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click it, put the password in, and enjoy. And I'm absolutely loving it. I'm on the 3rd episode of the day, sitting here, absolute Prison Break marathon, and I can't wait to see what we have in store for today's episode, because ROLAND messed up, yes, in the last episode. They did go to Vegas, and they managed to extract another data key. Yes, you know, Sucre, he thought that he would have to put his body on the line and possibly sleep with some dude, but it turns out that the guy actually wanted him to sleep with his wife. Yes, because he explained that he's been in Vietnam before and he's suffered some injuries and he can't really please her in that department, and basically he needs a big hunk of a man to go in and do it. And you know, he's had to take one for the team. He took $1,000 and he's been in close proximity to the data so he could transfer it over, which they've now got. So that means they've got 5 of the 6 cards and they need to just go after the generals, it looks like now. And Michael, you know, he's been put at gunpoint with T-Bag and Gretchen, kidnapping them. Interestingly, you know, he's asking him to decode what's in this book. You know, he's managed to figure out certain parts himself, hasn't he, T-Bag? And I've acknowledged that this season, but not to the extent that Michael has. You know, push comes to shove, he's got a gun to his head, and Michael's worked hard, and he's figured out that it's not just a book with codes. It's, you know, if you lay all the pages on together and group them up, it's a big, massive blueprint of a building. It's of, what's it now? It's of Gate, but it's also of the General's place as well. It looks like basically you go into Gate and you can go down through the underground system and come up inside the General's building. That's where Scylla is, and Michael's obviously figured that out. Now he's kind of tempted T-Bag into believing that he's in it for the money, just like him, and they're working together. And as they've found a trapdoor behind the back of the office where T-Bag is working, they've gone down and Mahomes is there already waiting with a gun pointed towards obviously T-Bag's head, and they've locked him inside a little cage. Now they're waiting for the police to come, Don, to come and get him, to arrest him and put him back in prison so he can't hurt anybody else in the public. But they carry on with the plan, because Michael was saying that, look mate, you know, it's not really that far. Once we go past this tunnel, we go to that building there, it'll only take us 24 hours to get up and we'll be inside. So it sounds like the plan's all going well, but as he'd left the building, they've got a phone call. A cell phone underneath a trash can that was walking past was ringing, and they've gone and answered it. And who is it? It's Gretchen, and she's saying, look mate, you know, open that envelope there. And Michael's done it, and it's next a few pages. He said that his book went up to like 77. She's obviously got some extra pages there and information, and she was saying, if you want to know what was on them, if you want the extra pieces to the puzzle that you haven't got yet, then you will show me that Bagwell's okay. We're working together, and I want to make sure that obviously he's not going to be harmed and arrested. So that was really interesting as well. Lots of stuff's going on. I think it's been a really good start to the season, and I can't wait to see what we have in store for us. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode. "2001, Chicago."
You know what? If Crab ever throws a psycho at us like this again, I'm gonna kill him. For this job, I'm done, man. I can't do this anymore. Missed out my kid's childhood. I'm not gonna miss out on him becoming a man.
Hey, look, he's coming out. He's got the case.
Oh, he killed him.
We know that General travels light. 1 limo and a couple guards.
It ain't the guards what I'm worried about, it's the crash.
Especially doing something like that, they'll know that you're after the whole Scylla system.
You want with Scylla?
Same thing you want. Bring down the company. You remember that day at the Roosevelt when Whistler made off with Leaf's card? Who do you think took the fall for that? Our names are at the top of the same hit list.
Give me a way to do it without her and we'll do it. We need the pages.
It's a package deal.
I mean, I won't put it past Gretchen, like 10 minutes into the show, that she's just taking out everybody.
You can either go upstairs and sit on your cot and ride out the rest of this thing, or I can call Agent Self and you can ride out the rest of your prison sentence. Your choice.
I need to talk to you. That's what he's going to say. We both got things to say.
So your brother told me about your nosebleeds.
When Mom got sick, Link was at the hospital every day, holding her hand, watching her die, and he was 13. Now he's jumping to all the wrong conclusions for all the wrong reasons, and it's over nothing.
You don't look fine.
Because there's something I have to tell you. Gretchen's alive.
I see that now, team.
She's working with T-Bag, and they have several pages from Whistler's bird book, and they want in. They're gonna get exactly what's coming to them.
This isn't about Gretchen. It's not about any one person, and we have to finish it.
I'm saying that what's going to happen is she's going to come on board. Sarah's going to probably try and hit her or something, or do something because of it, and then Gretchen's just going to take her out again.
This thing with Gretchen doesn't change a thing. Just stay focused, right?
This is my focus, okay? I'm doing the job, okay?
Remember when Lincoln was ruthless and wouldn't let him put that in an envelope in his bag?
Doing?
It's just, we're gonna need that downstairs.
He's spying for someone, man. He is. He's got to be. I don't know. I can't trust him again, man. Like, he's just like Whistler. I have no idea what he's doing. Oh, it's working for him. Oh, right. You sly bastard, honestly.
I see you two have come to an agreement.
She's on work release. Just like you. Michael wants Scylla just as badly as we do.
Our partnership lasted long enough for that to happen, and then we parted ways. Gentlemen.
I gave you 3 days.
So you're Fang. We haven't actually met in person. I was the liaison between the company and your Chinese employers on Operation Copperhead.
You went from working for the company to stealing the one thing that could destroy the Titan.
With the price that Scylla commands on the open market, anybody would turn. When I joined Copperhead, you got what you wanted. You'll get Scylla too.
And the price is 100.
150.
125.
125 mil. Big bucks that in it.
Gretchen, whatever your name is, I suggest you find a way to bury the hatchet. We got work to do.
Mate, this is again, right, where I go back to absolute dirty greed and everybody could have a slice of the pie. Like, literally, 125 mil. Like, what normal person needs all of that, you know? First of all, 10, 15, 20 mil is enough to just literally set you up forever. You could literally have a Lamborghini, for example, or what's an expensive car? Fucking Bugatti, yeah? And a big dirty mansion in about 3 countries, and you could pay them all off and still have change in the pocket to just vacation and do whatever you want. Literally, it's these people who get this and they like throw it away. Way 5 million houses, 5 billion cars. It's like, what's the point, man? Literally, just draining it out, pointless. So, I mean, they should all work together for one collective goal. Well, first of all, freedom, because that's what they need, because the police are going to take them down, aren't they? They're working with Doncel for that. But in terms of getting the Scylla and whatever, it's like if they was to sell it, then you would obviously, you know, have a good chunk yourself. But I feel like Dom wouldn't want it to sell it, though. She's got it to sell it to these guys because the information that they can use from it is going to be crazy. Where obviously he probably wants to keep it himself just to take the company down. So there actually is conflicting kind of opinions or uses of the information once it's attained.
Why do I get the feeling that some poor bastard woke up to an empty driveway this morning?
Relax, we got it from his scrapyard. We know where this guy works. I know his route. I'm gonna wait for him at this intersection. I smash him with my car and get the card.
Federal impound lot downtown. There are currently 4 ambulances seized for a drug smuggling raid. All we need is one.
It's time for the battle to commence.
Flooding the Laotian market with counterfeit kip was highly effective. I'm signing off on the order to open up the next theater of operations.
Nothing ever good comes when somebody interrupts a big board meeting, does it? Or something of high importance.
How do we know this person can deliver the brothers?
We don't.
Beat the hook. See if he bites.
Friend,
Who the hell are you?
Don Self, Homeland Security. This is a federal impound lot, correct? You need a car.
So you told Sarah about the nosebleeds, huh?
I'm worried about you.
Not Mom. All right, that was 20 years ago. This is different.
How is it? It just looks and sounds exactly the same, to be fair.
Like I can hook you up with a sedan for your stakeout.
You know what, Phil? I gotta go. Just remembered, I gotta give a briefing to a bunch of higher-ups. Okay, can I come back for the sedan?
Suit yourself, Self.
I need you to deliver a message.
Okay.
Neither one of you are wearing ankle monitors. What are you still doing here?
Some things are more important than what 2 people want, right? I honestly hope that someday that makes sense to you.
I'm sorry for Vegas.
Definitely we're saying sorry for obviously trying to turn Michael and Lincoln in. She don't know that, though.
She says she wants to clear the air, whatever that means.
Well, Sarah would have beef with her, won't she? You know, I think Gretchen could just move along for the sake of it.
If anything should happen, call my mom in Chicago. Nothing's gonna happen.
Oh, why is he so sad?
Me and Enquiry got this.
I know you do.
I've not liked him since the moment he was introduced. This Roland, he's a little snake.
I'm in position.
Good. The rest of us are standing by at the intersection.
Sucre, how you guys doing?
We're good.
What's my cut?
That's all right then.
Just so you know, I have a very keen sense of ownership.
You'll get your cut, but you're gonna earn it.
And how much of that payday is Schofield and his crew earning?
Oh, I doubt
None.
they'll be around to collect.
All right, so is he more? How do I know I could trust you? How do you know you're gonna get the 1 mil as well? That's what I'd want to know. And don't give him that location though. It's stupid that, because obviously if you say that, he's working with the general himself.
I understand from Lincoln your mom had a hamartoma in her right frontal lobe. A tumor like that gets large enough to be problematic. It's going to come with a lot of symptoms. Loss of short-term memory, problems with your depth perception, and problems with your motor skill.
The doctors are mad in it, how they know everything. I think it's mad anyway.
All right, everybody get ready.
Fine, just not so good around blood is all.
No, I'll take care of the messy part. Just help me get him on the gurney.
Doesn't take two people to crash a car, you know.
Sir, whole I've been through with you? Now you're worried about my ass?
Personally, don't understand why both of them are in there, to be honest. What if they both got injured and couldn't get out? One should be in the car, one should be on the street.
We got him. He's 2 blocks away from you. We're on it.
He's gonna get a diversion. He's gonna get called. He's gonna stop and move.
What's he doing?
Something's wrong.
He's turning around.
You know, I was a little bit confused with then, right? He shot and the bullets was hitting that windshield, but they didn't actually go through. But I do know that windshields are a bit tougher than like side windows and back windows, but it kind of looked like they was in a bulletproof car, to be honest, because my complaint would have been, I'm glad Sucre's been shot. I actually am. Not because like I want him to die or anything like that, but like we seen this guy have some pinpoint accuracy aim when he absolutely popped Whistler. You know, it's from a distance as well. And his head just went ping and he just dropped instantly to the floor. And the guy literally done it in about a second. He just pulled up and went pop. Now, if he pulled up here, started shot loads of times, missed all of the bullets, it wouldn't make any sense, would it? You know, considering how accurate we've seen him in the past. So I'm glad that he's been hit, but, you know, that car looked like it was proper deflecting the bullets. Now, I think that this Roland should get more money than the 1 mil. You know, just because, for example, you didn't catch them doesn't mean that you haven't done the required request. So if you ask me, just say where Michael and Lincoln is, and I say they're over there in that shop, and then you turn up and they're in that shop, but you don't kill them, they manage to escape, that's your fault. It's not mine. I deserve my 1 million. And the fact is, do you know what I mean? I've just saved somebody's life as well, the generals. He could have been caught and killed. You never know what they was intended to. And you kind of got 2 bits of information there. My price should double, just like you said yours doubled when you were speaking to him. So Roland kind of saved them then, and he pissed me off, to be honest. I want him to actually die now. You know, he's fucked all the plan up. He messed it up yesterday. He's always been snaked today. He's passing it around. All he thinks about himself. He just reminds me of Teabag, but in a massively different way. He just turns up thinking about money, money, money. That's all he's concerned about.
If they knew about this place, we'd already be dead.
Out of process of elimination, Michael's going to do it. We're going to figure out it's him.
Well, it looks like someone set us up.
Seriously?
Yeah. And I'm wondering if it was you.
Because I didn't do time with you guys, it doesn't make me a rat, all right? I put just as much into this job as anybody else.
Just calm down. Calm down. You should look up all the local businesses at the corner of King and Willow. I need the ones with exterior security cameras.
About an apology.
Guy's actually doubling down for apologies while he's grassing him out. Isn't it? You ain't getting one.
Sarah, what'd she say about our meeting?
She's not interested.
All the grievances out on the table so we can move forward.
You work for me now, so you could try to pull rank on the hick here all you want. But don't mistake my patience for weakness. And when this is over, if you step 1 foot on American soil, I'm gonna take this gun and I'm gonna put a bullet right there.
You know what's funny is he don't come off as like an intimidating guy, but like it is good that they can turn it on when the time has to be.
A chart of all the people coming in and out of the office showing which times of the day are the busiest and which are best for digging.
Why are we doing this again?
It's an insurance policy. If she tries to get out of that big Scylla payday, she watching?
Yes.
Gonna go mad.
For what?
Don't you ever come in my office again unless you're summoned.
Well, I mean, do you know what? I like at Teabag's accepting 24 million. Do you know what I mean? Last time he had 5, he wouldn't even give away 1 penny of it. But now, obviously, well, it'll probably kill her, to be honest. They'll be greedy down the line and say, I need that extra mil.
Close the deal with the mystery man and bring the brothers to me today, or your severance pay will be a body bag.
Field's mission was to kill you.
You'd have a better way to do it.
You're gonna be just fine. There you go.
Dolph's gonna do when he finds out the company's made us.
Hey, where the hell is Roland? His GPS just went offline.
And there you go, it's just confirmed it's him. Just like that. See how long his texts are taking because he has to press the buttons, you know what I mean? He has to like double tap them and all that to get his letters.
Took the Corolla. You take his laptop too?
Well done.
She was having a flashback or something there before. I didn't really clock what it was. She was helping someone on the floor. Maybe it was that person's head that they cut off, I don't know. Right, so it looks like two people was getting tortured. One was killed, she had a key, that's how she escaped. She'd done a cuffs and ran.
Oh, yo, I thought this was gonna be a legit business transaction.
Where are they?
Always happens that way. You never get your money. You know what I mean? You get your money, then you get killed, and then they take the money back. I think Sarah's going to say something to annoy her, and she's just going to grab her and tie her up.
Hello, Sarah. At the end of the Civil War, soldiers that had been killing each other that morning walked across the lines that afternoon for the first time as allies. That doesn't mean we can't be allies.
I was gonna say, let her hit you or something. I was gonna say, I feel like Gretchen's smart. Yeah, she's literally smart. It's like, oh, she's been whipped 2 times as well. I'd definitely do one anyway.
I don't want to rush you, but you have 4 minutes left. You want your pound of flesh, you take it now.
What was her name? The one you shot and left to die in my arms.
A guard that couldn't do her job.
Hey, look at this. That's good. Mate, I knew Gretchen was kind of like a person that would do something like that. If you want to cause a ceasefire, she knows the score.
You know that this isn't about me. I can handle the scars you put on my back, but what you did to Michelle...
I had orders. She tried to help you escape.
You were too busy making an example out of her to find the key that she left with me.
And she got what she deserved. You proved your point. Or even...
Away from me.
Where are they?
Oh, the guy's not moving anywhere.
Then tell me where the brothers are.
In a warehouse. Pier 31 San Pedro, they're all there. Oh, what are you doing? I thought you let him out.
I don't like that guy, but killing him's a bit tight. I like that Mahon's got a few licks in on him.
No.
He's got vital information. Oh, he's not dead yet. He's definitely gonna die though. Maybe you could call an ambulance, you know what I mean? You can leave and then just anonymously call.
They're surveilling me. They're coming after me.
This isn't the first time someone's made an attempt on your life.
This is not an attempt on my life. This is an attempt on my card. I want it moved.
To make the necessary arrangements for security would take days.
I don't care about logistics. I want it moved.
It's good that they can actually move it though. I mean, that's kind of beneficial for Michael and Lincoln to intercept it, but then it could be crap as well because the plan's not as they expect.
I'm not ready to go, man.
Well, at least Michael knows that he couldn't have done anything. Even if he called for help, the guy would have died way before somebody arrived. Yeah, it's mad. I feel like some of the endings to the show, it's just mad how they do it. Like, that would make sense that that's how they kind of end. But, like, usually we end with a dun, dun, dun. You know, like the thing where they flick through the, I don't know, the flashbacks or the paths or something that they take. But we're not even having them this season. It's just literally just like, there, boom, episode's ended. It's like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, that used to kind of trigger the end. And even just different situations sometimes, I just think it ends just like that. I mean... It does make sense ending on a death, but just the way it happened. Now, again, though, see, I don't like Roland. I think I said earlier on in the episode as well, like, if we had to end the season right now, he would be the most disliked. I feel like he's so annoying. You can't trust him. You know what I'm saying? And, like, he's silly enough and stupid enough to not understand that to organise a meeting with somebody that you know is trying to kill Michael and kill Lincoln, that he's supposed to do it in a public place. At least Michael was smart enough. Do you remember when he done the meeting with Gretchen? Like, he chose a facility that people had to go in and they had to walk through metal detectors and stuff so no weapons could go on the inside. Then he knew that there'd be kind of like a safe measure. If it hit something, that there'd be everybody kind of like leaving and lots of security going around as well. That's what he done when he broke in the glass. So he knew that he couldn't go through the exit points and get shot. You do everything in public around people, less chance of everything going down and you getting killed. And you know what? I think this is the first time we've actually seen people get kneecapped. It's mentioned all of the time. I mention it all of the time, and I would do it too. Wyatt, again, you know, he's turned up, he's shot, Roland, kneecap. Guy's not moving at all. Another kneecap, that's it, he's completely immobilized. You ain't getting up and walking off after getting shot in those knees. It's just literally, I mean, somebody might do, but I feel like it's physically impossible. The pain that you would be going through, all the weight right onto those bullets, wow, ruthless, mate. And again, you know, all that, I'm not saying $4 million, because that is a lot of money. And that's kind of what Teabag's promised that receptionist if she stays in it and she helps him throughout the way. You know what I mean? He's going to keep 24 and she can have 1. But again, would make sense. She's got an incentive. She could be too greedy asking for more if she figures out that he's lying in terms of how much he's receiving. Maybe he said $1 million and that's between them and he split it again and he could give her less. Who knows? It's her interpretation of it. But in terms of Roland, the fact that we've seen that he could use his technology and use his ability to hack, so to speak, to get money kind of like out of the casinos and stuff like that. I know that $1 million's great right now, but like it's not as if he's gonna always have an unlimited shortage of it, if that makes sense. He's always got it kind of at his fingertips with a device. Well, he lost it now, but he said he could build a new one that he can also go around and steal somebody else again and everybody's information. And you know what I mean? He could go into a Starbucks or something and buy a coffee, and all the people that stood around him, he could acquire all their data and their security numbers and all that, and he could go in and take their money as well. So I don't know, I feel like he's always had the ability to get money. It's just that he's greedy, you know what I mean? And you see what happens to the greedy people. The whole time everybody was chasing for the 5 million, it brought a couple of deaths and nobody ended up with any of it. And they mentioned it once and I'll mention it again. You know, all that part of the escape, Michael was supposed to be sending money to Charles's daughter, and like, we don't even know if she died from the cancer, and obviously she's not received any of the money, so he's not going to stick to that promise, is there? Which is interesting. But like I said, mate, you know, Gretchen, I know that I said that I thought that she might actually beat Sarah up and tie her up, me, you know, if she come in and tried to fight her. But then as she started talking, I was starting to realise when she was talking about a truce fighter, is that she is the type of person to kind of put a body and life on the line to try and get the end goal. You know what I mean? She's like, look, mate, I whipped you, I beat you, I hurt you, I understand it, you didn't like it, but I was just doing my job. You know, you got 5 minutes. If you want to hit me, stab me, do whatever, take my flesh, go for it. But you've literally got these 5 minutes. Once we've done that, we're back at being allies. You know what I mean? Sarah didn't take it, really. She just kind of put the scalp to her neck, pricked her a little bit, said about the name, the guard that helped her, and then she said, look, mate, we're not really done yet, and then she left. So I feel like maybe the beating up might still happen. I feel like if Sarah does go after her, she'll end up retaliating because she's like, look, I give you a chance, you didn't take it. Now it's fair game. Do you know what I mean? We was there, ready to put it down, and you didn't want to. Now if you come for me and take it as a personal attack, I am doing. Before it was free, I was letting it. Now it's a personal, and I'm going to come after you. So their beef is going to be interesting. And I like how Mahone's got a bit of Wyatt as well, got a couple of licks in on him. I would have let him kneecap him, to be honest, so that it would give us the advantage that even if he does escape, then he's going to be injured and he's going to be less likely to track us down. Got to think of all the possibilities, aren't you? Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So as I was just saying there, you know, now they've got Wyatt in there kind of captured, I would actually kneecap him. You know, I feel like they need to eliminate some of his, well, features or whatever's. You know, I'd break his arm, his fingers, his ability to track us down later. You know what I'm saying? Because we do see it all the time. Sometimes somebody comes in an extraction plan, or the person themselves escapes just like Sarah did. Like, if you hit them with enough injuries that they're not going to be able to come after you, you know, you're taking away some of their key assets. So the fact is, yeah, if he shoots with his left hand, you break those fingers and then you break a couple on the right. That way, his ability to pick a weapon up and take you out is not going to be as impactful. You probably can't do that, you know what I mean? You take away one of his kneecaps, so to speak, you know, by shooting it, then he's not going to be able to get up and chase you down. You're obviously increasing your chances of getting away and having advantage over him by removing some of their obviously beneficial attributes to themselves. So I would actually take him out a little bit, maybe not kill him because I'd want to use him to get information out. And he did learn today that he was in the warehouse, but then they turned up and they're going to probably take him back to the warehouse and tie him up. So he's probably going to see everything that they've been doing. Now, the general, he knows that they're after Scylla now, because Wyatt actually used his head and said, look, mate, if they actually wanted to kill you, then they could have done it. They wouldn't have done it in broad daylight. They've had many chances in many different situations. They wouldn't have actually come in and done it where everybody could see it. he's put 2 and 2 together. Now, Wyatt never actually specifically mentioned it was Scylla, but obviously the general's, well, I was going to say smart enough to figure that out and say it is. Now, he's obviously moving Scylla. He wants it taken out of the building that he's currently in and taken to a different location. And as we was told by Michael a couple of episodes back, start the drilling now and they go through and make it through the other side. It's only going to take 24 hours for him to get up there. So maybe they managed to get in there before it actually is moved. But I feel like the exciting part would be is if they actually do move it. You know, that would actually be really good. You think that Michael has done his plan. He's got in that building. They've dug up. They're there. They're waiting to get to the top. And then it's not there. And they're like, mate, what's going on? And then it's panic stations. And then there's another job that they've got to plan out. Another place that they've got to hack into or break into. You know what I mean? It's going to be good. But he's not put 2 and 2. Well, I'm assuming that the general might put 2 and 2 together and think that, you know, if they're after my card, they're after your cards. But like we learned, obviously, at the start of the season that everybody only thought it was 1 card. And it's not obvious that there's 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, obviously, he's had everybody tell them to keep the cards all on them all together. And I'm probably thinking that there's no way to tell as well if any data has been extracted off it, if they've all still got it in their possession and they can plug them in and it's still there. Do you know what I mean? Somebody can hack into my computer and take all the data, but if I still got it all on there, I'm never going to know that they've actually come in and took it, have I? So that, again, is really interesting. But now we're getting up to kind of like moving into the midway type part of the season. I'm expecting the next few episodes to be really decent. That's just usually the way it goes. And I do think that the first 8 episodes have been pretty solid, if I'm being totally honest. I've really enjoyed them so far. I feel like the season's going really, really well, and it is full of see, I would say it's like full of action and stuff, but like quite a lot of stuff's going on that like it keeps it fast paced. That's what I mean, you know, when I try and say like stuff's full of action. I try to say it in terms of like, you know, it's not all stale. Sometimes you watch a program and it's just like one episode is like hardcore, lots of information, but not a lot of stuff's progressing to keep your entertainment and focus. But I feel like this season they've done a good blend of like having a lot of stuff going on where like every couple of seconds you're like, oh, that's decent. Oh, what's going on there? You know, oh, mate, he's been shot. I can't believe it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might not be the biggest people getting shot, not Michael, not Lincoln, but like, you know, Sucre's been hit, Roland's been killed, Wyatt's been taken. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of stuff, 3 things, good things have been happening. And also like the intriguiness of what's going on with Sarah and all that, and Gretchen in the episode. I just feel like they've done good in keeping the pace of like what's happening next going along. It's really interesting and I can't wait to see more. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.